Hi Bonnie, this is Jim Gillis with Win My Vote, and thanks so much for linking in. I just listened to the video that I had sent you, and I could barely hear the volume, so I don't know if it was my version or if it was like that in everybody's, but I decided to re-record the demo real quickly for you. So I'm really interested in talking with you about leveraging our site as an online voter guide to all of your members. And in all of your states, all the counties, all the cities, we go from the national level through all the state executive offices down to the county, board of supervisors, city council, as well as all of the school boards. And building additional ballots is very easy. So I'll try to be brief here, but voters can sign up with just an email address or a social media account, so they don't have to put any personal information in at all. Just a zip code. And with that zip code, we can create for them an online interactive sample ballot of their upcoming election. So I'll give you an example. This is the recent presidential election. And my zip code, 94116, is a San Francisco, California zip code. So you can see I can scroll down the ballot and see the state level races, as well as the congressional districts and then state senate and state assembly districts, down into the county level offices and then the city level offices, and then again all the way down to school board races and community college boards and those types of things. I can also see all of the state propositions as well as all of the local measures. And again, building these ballots is really easy for us to do. So as a voter, this is sort of my everything voting homepage, where I can check on voter registration. These links will take me right to the Secretary of State's website for each state. I can find my polling place. I can add these ballots to any of my calendar for reminders. I can check on important dates leading up to elections. I can also access it with my cell phone or tablet. It's completely mobile. I can also print it out if I want to and walk into the polling place. But I think Win My Vote's strongest feature, and the feature that's applicable to you, is what's called trusted sources. And these are groups and organizations and clubs and even individuals that build group pages, and then they make endorsements on candidates or position statements on propositions and measures and initiatives. And then we're even widening that scope to some other things, which I can talk with you about live. But the way it works is that if I want to, for example, so there's two ways for me to to see these groups' endorsements and recommendations. One is by selecting them as a trusted source. So here with these groups, let's say for example the AFL-CIO, I can select them by just clicking on their star, and now they'll be added here to my list, and I'll do it alphabetical so you can see that. So now they're added to my list of trusted sources, and I'll be able to see those on my ballot. The other way is if the AFL-CIO were to send me a link and say, hey, select us as a trusted source, and then I could just click on that link and then I'd automatically see all of their endorsements and position statements on my ballot. And I'll show you what that looks like. So first I'll click through, and this is their group page where they can put a message here and then some other videos down here. And this is very much like a Facebook page or their YouTube channel where they can put some issues here. One of the strong things about this is that they can put specific legislation that they're advocating for or that they're opposing. And since I'm working right here in my ballot, I can make those choices. So I'll give you an example on this ballot. So on my ballot here, I can look at propositions. And let's say Proposition 52, I'm going to take these one at a time, but I'll just start with 52. And they all start as undecided here. I can immediately see the groups and organizations that are supporting it and the groups and organizations that are opposing it. And if I want to hear some more details about that, I can click on this right here, and I can go to that group page, or if they have a video, I can just click on it and the video will play.
Since 2009, California hospitals willingly pay a Medi-Cal hospital fee to continue receiving federal matching funds for Medi-Cal, bringing us $3 billion a year, providing health care for children, seniors, and families. Zero consumer cost, no new taxes, and prevents...
and then let's say I say that's great, and I'm going to vote that way. So I'm going to click yes here, and then when I go back to my ballot, you can see that 52 is selected as yes. And then I can move on to the others. And you can see I've done so many demos here that these are all checked off, and I probably should start putting them back to undecided, because that's how they all should be. Now here, when it becomes a certain number of votes or favorites, and I can talk with you about the real numbers versus the percentages and all that type of stuff. But you start getting these indications of there's 13% that have favored it, 80% are still undecided, and 7% are voting no on that. And these are great numbers because you can really use this as a ongoing poll of all of your members as well. And I can even create your own personal ballots where they just are accessible to just your members. There's lots of flexibility that we have on the site. But that's about it. Again, would love to talk with you. The user puts in their zip code here, and it's going to say this is a Los Angeles zip code. They then choose their districts here, and usually when they first sign up, when there's direct hits or either ors, they'll just auto-populate it. It just didn't auto-populate because I was changing mine from one to another. But you just hit save, and now it says, okay, you're in Los Angeles, California, and it looks like they had an election just recently on Monday. And you can see here, all of the candidates going down, and those are all the cities. If you wanted to open them up, you can see those candidates, and you could hear a little bit from them. And then they also had some measures. So you can put on the measure. You could see there's voting yes. These groups are voting no, and then you can vote accordingly. Anyway, hope that helps, and would love to talk with you. You can reply to this message, or you can send an email to me at jim@winmyvote.com, or feel free to call me at 415-867-9554. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.